Your electrics are located under your driver's side rear seat. If you want to get under here, then I'd suggest using a prop in this position. To get at the batteries, we'll move this whole panel out of the way. And that will allow us access to the batteries. If you wanted to take batteries out, I mean, there's fusing underneath there. If you wanted to take the batteries out, quite simply we'd have to lift the cushions off and open the top a bit further so we could get this fuse board completely clear of the batteries, but ideally they are a fit and forget item. This is your Votronic triple. It's set up for your batteries. Really shouldn't need any touching. Again, a fuse box. Take this off. The left side, 3 fuses are your switched fusing, which will only be available whilst the engine isn't running. The right hand bank of fuses fuses everything that is available at all times. This is the Votronic switch panel, which basically when you turn the 12 volt on at the Votronic control panel, this operates a relay which operates this switch which turns everything on. There's an emergency switch there if it didn't work, where you can physically push that green lever to the left hand side. Again, should be fit and forget. This is your shunt, shouldn't need touching. This measures your ampage and current draw. This is a full battery isolation switch, which if you do turn it completely, it will isolate the leisure batteries totally. I would suggest not using it unless it's either number 1 an emergency or number 2 a long period of shutdown. But basically doing this will need a reset of the panels and reprogramming, so I wouldn't use it just for the sake of it. This is your consumer unit for when you're on electric hookup. You've got your RCD test, so when you've turned your RCD on, test it. That should trip out. We're not hooked up, so it's not doing it at the moment, but that will trip out. With that on, you've got 2 circuit breakers, 2 10 amp circuit breakers. One does your heater, one does your 240 sockets. The third does your battery charger, which is in the Votronic triple. So all 3 are separately switched. It's best practice to leave them in the off position until you set up, in which case if there's a fault you should notice it tripping out.